What's up, Results Through Recovery Group? Just laughs every time I start these videos.
So excited.
You gotta get their attention right in the first second of the video, Jess. Come on, you gotta get with. She's like, I got my coffee. We want to talk about negotiating, and people, whether we want to admit it much or not, a lot of times with our food choices, like we may be the best negotiator ever with ourselves, guys. We make deals on the side, we make deals for the future, we negotiate things from the past to make little decisions okay. Let's talk about the negotiation that goes on daily. And be honest, whether you do it a little or a lot, I think we all do it probably a little bit, but let's talk about the effect that it can have on our progress. So Jess, what do we mean about negotiations? What kind of things were we talking about?
So just like the little things, like, ooh, I'll do a little extra cardio.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna eat this piece of cake.
Right.
I'm gonna go off my diet plan, and I'll just go super strict tomorrow, and I'll get myself back into ketosis. By the way, you can. As soon as you kick yourself out, you're just gonna take another week or two to get back in. So when you negotiate these little things, like, oh, I'll just have a little of this or a little of that.
Right.
It's generally not the big, it's Friday, I'm gonna just have my, cheat day. It's those little decisions every day that will sabotage you.
Yeah. So like Memorial Day weekend's coming up, right? It's a big barbecue weekend.
Eating holidays.
Yeah, all those, right? And so let's say you go in and you're very intentional, like what's gonna happen. You're gonna have a hamburger but without the bun, and you're gonna look for the veggie tray and not the potato salad, or instead of dipping it in ranch, maybe you dip it in salsa or something. I don't know, like, yeah, hummus, exactly, right? Those healthy fats kind of things. But you negotiate because you're sitting down there and there's maybe a pile of chips, or everybody else is dipping it in the ranch, and it's like a habit. Well, I'll do it a little bit. I'll just have maybe 3 or 4 of those chips. Or my dad makes these amazing jalapeno poppers. Ooh. And they're jalapenos and they're bacon and cheese and they're wrapped in.
Totally keto. You
right?
can go have his dad's jalapeno poppers.
Right? And they're amazing, right? But those are one of those things where you can't just have just one, right? And when you're having fat, like even if you're on keto, like 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, right? So one jalapeno popper might be 180 calories per thing. So you have, I could easily have 10 of them if I go to town on them, and that's 1,800 calories. My macros might be amazing, but
that's your day.
That's your day, right?
Yeah.
And so, and it might be less extreme than that, right? It might just be, hey, I'm gonna finish this salad. I'm going to put a little bit of dressing that's not on the recommended dressings. Mm-hmm. What other kind of things? What other things have you personally negotiated with?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, the sweet treat, totally, right?
Yeah. I could do more cardio. I'm a cardio queen. I can do, 12 chocolate chips is 80 calories. I can do 8 more minutes on the elliptical. Yeah, but it's not just the calories in, calories out. It's the density of the food. It's the quality of the food. It's what it does to your blood sugar. It's what it does to your body chemistry. It's not just a calorie thing. Otherwise, Weight Watchers would be all we ever needed. And
totally.
Most people can't do that.
You ever finished your kids' meals?
Oh.
I do that a little bit. Like my kids have the little chicken fingers and they eat 2 out of the 4. And I'm like, it's chicken, but they're breaded, right? And stuff like that. And so
I'm tempted. Those little dinosaur chicken nuggets look so good.
They're amazing, right?
I'm like, welcome to the trash can, and make them throw them away themselves.
I'm not personally having French fries, but my kids ordered the size of, I'm just gonna take a couple. Right? So we rationalize and we negotiate with ourselves. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna increase my max out time by 2 minutes, and so I earn my 5 extra French fries today. Mm-hmm. So here's kind of the conclusion and the daily lesson is everything that you're negotiating to get the little cheats. What if you just did the extra that you were gonna do anyway, and then held yourself to a standard and watch the amazing things you accomplish. So instead of using the cheat to do something extra, what if you just do what you can do, hold yourself pretty strict, because this is one of those things where you get to your goal weight and you like really focus in on it, things open up for you at that point. But get to your goal weight first. Get to where you really feel healthy there, because maintenance is different than really focusing and really getting that body that you want.
Yeah, and even maintenance has its, there's the negotiations that go along with that. Well, I'm good at this weight. Well, I'm kind of good if it inches up a little more. Where am I really okay? What is a true goal weight?
Totally.
And are you? And if you're there, then we do need to talk about maintenance. You don't need to grind your body into the ground and as much. You still want to stay at a high level, but there's a lot more flexibility.
Right.
And if you follow, either the 80-20 rule or the 90-10 rule, where 90% of the time you're doing it well, 10% not, I still feel like those things are better when they're planned.
Totally.
And not put into the little sabotagey bites all day, like the kids' food or a little bit of their goldfish, or like you're saying, like plan that for, you do your Margarita Fridays.
Yeah.
Like plan it for that. I do that. I do them on Fridays. I don't have there's no guilt. There's no, I have to go work it off. It's just, that's my 10% give.
Totally.
But don't put it into every day, because then that adds up. That's way more than 10%.
Totally, right.
Yeah,
and like even what you've been doing with like, I'm going to preset my macros. This is what I'm going to have by the end of the day, and it's 2:00. So I'm going to post it now, and I'm going to have integrity that this is going to be the end of my day. That stuff really keeps you in track, because with those little but I already posted that. I already said, I gave my word that this was going to be my day, and I want to have integrity around that. So let's have a little fun today. What things, like the dinosaur nugget things, have you negotiated with? And what negotiations could you give up? Because what you would gain if you give up the little tiny negotiations is a faster track towards the body and the lifestyle that you want. So let's see what they are in the comments. Go grow your dreams, and we'll talk to you later.